In nearly every addition to the Star Wars film saga, a new Force power is introduced to the Star Wars universe, and the way the Force can be used or the way in which it exists evolves. Some of these new Force powers and knowledge are gladly welcomed into the community, but others are scoffed at and mocked. Yes, I'm talking about midichlorians. Luckily for us, in a recent interview with Game Informer, Stig Asmussen, the Jedi Fallen Order dev, confirmed there will be no mention of midichlorians in Jedi Fallen Order.
Does the word midichlorians appear in the script anywhere?
No.
Sorry, Qui-Gon. However, Fallen Order does seem to be taking inspiration from Star Wars abilities used across multiple Star Wars films. But just how many Force abilities will Padawan Cal Kestis have, and is this game introducing any new Force powers? That's what I'm here to tell you. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Here is every Force power or ability confirmed for Jedi Fallen Order. Basically every time Cal uses the Force in some way. I'm going to be pretty broad with this one. First up, we have the classic Force pull. Cal can use this to pull vines towards him, to swing over gaps in the terrain, and can also pull enemies towards himself to brutally finish with a lightsaber stab through the chest. Qui-Gon Death style. He didn't get his midichlorians, but instead got his stab death finisher. Cal can run on walls. Yes, this is a Force power, because how many regular humans do you see running on walls? Not many, right? Pretty sure he's using the Force here, defying physics and all. I also just realized, Cal being the perfect example, all Jedi actually live in the Matrix, and know how to manipulate the Matrix to their own liking. Seriously, the crossovers between these two universes are uncanny. Maybe midichlorians are actually the numbers in the Matrix. Maybe that's what Qui-Gon was getting at all along. Cal is just like Neo. I'll give you more evidence of this real soon, I promise. Force push can be used to open doors and move obstacles conveniently placed for your pushing pleasure in the environment. Cal can also push astromech droids into stormtroopers and can push rockets back towards AT-STs. Definitely one of the coolest things you can do with the Force. Cal can deflect blaster fire away from himself and back towards enemies. I'm going to call this ability Saber Deflect. This is one of the first things Luke learns about harnessing the Force and is something we've seen Padawans doing before. Next up, we have a move called Force Slow. This is one of the newer Force abilities existing in Star Wars and can be used to almost freeze an enemy in their blaster fire. Kylo does this in the opening sequence of The Force Awakens. Very scary Kylo. You can also use this ability to slow wind turbines and other moving, spinning parts of the environment. Once again, kind of feels like the Matrix. In Star Wars, we're stopping wind turbines. In the Matrix, we're bending spoons. I'm curious if you'll be able to do this to bigger enemies like AT-STs. Just freeze them in time, then bend them like a spoon. Oh, and once you've frozen the poor helpless stormtrooper who really didn't know any better and has been brainwashed by the Empire, you can slaughter him using his own blaster fire by force pulling him, grabbing him around the throat, and walking him into his death. Is this really the Jedi way? I'm sure Mace Windu will vouch for you, Cal. He might even make an appearance in this game, wouldn't that be cool? What was that theory I had in a previous video? This is Mace Windu's Starfighter. I constructed an entirely plausible theory about why Mace will make an appearance in this game. Go watch this video. Cal can use Saber Throw. Good to see this ability returning from the old Battlefront 2 days, as this isn't something we really see in the movies. Throw your saber, kill enemy, force pull it back. Double jump or flip, I am counting as a force ability because how many humans do you know that can jump once, then mid-jump decide to do a flip in mid-air? Also, Jar Jar can do this and he's a Sith Lord, so this definitely counts as a force ability. Force dash, as I'm calling it, is definitely one of the more subtle force abilities we see in the gameplay, but Cal definitely dashes forwards in this move and then slashes with his lightsaber. Felt like a faster than normal human dash, so I call force power. Sense Echo, to my knowledge, is a new force power introduced for this game. Cal can examine a part of the environment and then go back in time to hear an echo of what happened at that location. This is used to sense clues about what just occurred and what might be about to happen, like when a giant Kashyyyk bug jumps on top of you. You know, regular stuff. Regular old everyday stuff. And then we have force dodge, or just regular dodge for a Jedi, I guess. Again, this is one of the more subtle force powers we see in the game, and once again makes me feel like the Jedi are living in the Matrix. Cal can slow motion dodge enemies' attacks while in mid-combat. Aren't these moves giving you Matrix vibes? And what other force abilities do you want to see in Jedi Fallen Order? We know Cal's not going to be pulling Star Destroyers out of the sky Force Unleashed style, but he's definitely going to have more ways of manipulating the midichlorians or the Matrix or whatever explanation of the Force suits your fancy. Let me know what force powers you want to see in this game in the comments. And go watch my video about the new LEGO Star Wars, where I ask the very important question, will it be as good as the originals? Love these games, this is so good. Can't wait for the new one. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord for more on Jedi Fallen Order, LEGO Star Wars, Battlefront, and my life. Just what you want to hear. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. Here's a picture of Chewie on a roller coaster at Disneyland. I was there, it was great. Chewie loved it.
Stay bombastic.